What's up, everybody? Mm, I'm sorry if I sound like really muffled or low, but I just can't sleep right. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, I was already asleep, but I can't go back to sleep. But really, this is the time I normally wake up, right? And um, I just want to say that um, I can't get out of my head the hurt or my heart, the feeling that I have right now. This feeling that I've had my entire life. I just didn't realize it. My subconscious mind knew something that my conscious didn't, right? And I say this because everything, my thoughts that I've had from a little child, at least the ones that I can remember till now, all led me or is leading me to the source. I remember maybe I was, I would have to go back and get my school books, but my mom, she has documented my journey through school all the way from kindergarten. And in this documentation, or during this documentation, we had this book. And every year, this book would ask, questions about what do you want to be when you grow up? Who's your teacher? What's your favorite color? And I myself, I would fill these questions out. And so I would write the answer to these questions, right? And I remember specifically being a child. And as a child, I always wanted to be a doctor. I always wanted to heal, help. Always had that nature. It was always implanted in me. And as I grew, I knew that I wanted to help. I knew that I wanted to heal people. And the older I got, I started to lean towards a specific major. And so my major I took was chemistry. And with chemistry, oh wow, I can't even find the first page. My bad, y'all. I'm looking through it's called School Years Memory Album. And I'm looking through that memory album. My first page seems to be missing, which is kindergarten. Like I got all these school pictures of me. But when I go to my first grade year, my page is still there. And it's saying, it asks the question, when I grow up, I wrote, I want to be a doctor. First grade. Second grade, I wrote the same thing. Third grade, I wrote the same thing. Fourth grade, I wrote the same thing. Fifth grade, I wrote the same thing. Sixth grade, I didn't write anything. Seventh grade, well, wait. Sixth grade, it didn't ask that question. It just said promotion date, clubs, field trips, awards, pets. Asked about favorite activities, blah, blah, blah. Seventh grade, it didn't say anything about that. So, yeah, it stopped asking what did I want to be when I want to grow up. Right around fifth grade, it stopped asking me that question. Anyway, okay. So, as I got older, I said, okay, be a doctor. So what kind of route would a doctor take if you want to heal somebody? And I started to dig into, first I took biology. That was my first major, actually. I went to a community college. And growing up in a black community around a black family, college, and everybody don't go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, at least during that time, only one of my cousins graduated. And I have a big, big family. And still to this day, besides me, only one of my cousins graduated from college. But anyway, besides the fact, I started with biology. Then I said, no, it's not getting deep enough. Because I wanted to learn how to heal, which means you have to learn how the body works. See, biology is just a little scratch on the edge. It just teaches you just the acoustics of the body. But it doesn't teach you the mechanics of the body. So I said, no, don't be a cop-out. Let's go and learn chemistry. I majored in chemistry with a minor in biochemistry, pre-med. And with this, I said, okay, I'm going to go further. I said I had my mind set. I said, okay, I'll finish undergraduate, and then I'll go to graduate, and I'll be a medical examiner. Yeah, I said I'll be a medical examiner. And I would have had to go to school for pathology. Well, really a pathologist. You have to be a pathologist first before you can be a medical examiner. The real medical examiner. And so that was my ultimate goal. I said, okay, I want to be the person in the morgue. I want to be the one telling the family the cause of death, researching and finding out exactly what happened in the body mechanically, right? But all along, I've had this in my heart. Probably since kindergarten, if my page wasn't missing. I don't know where the page is at. I can't really confirm for sure. But since first grade, for sure, I wrote down I wanted to be a doctor. And today, if you listen to my last video, I talked about the problem with mixing frequencies, right? And that's why my heart weighs so heavy today. The problem with mixing frequencies. And if you mix frequencies, you bound to lose something, right? That's what I said. And that's what I mean, y'all. Because it's real. And in my dream, I talked about I was in a race and I forgot where I was going. And in the race, I had fell off a cliff and I ended back up into a house that had many doors. God's many mansions, God's many mansions, God's many mansions. It had many doors. And I couldn't remember which door to go through to get to the finish line. And in the midst of me making this video or making that video, my higher self, and when I say my higher self, I'm talking about a person here on this earth realm that's already tapped into their intuitive knowledge. Because if you think about how the body is, the body has many cells that works in cahoots with one another. Although every cell has different parts of the body that they work in, they are all the same. And that's the same as the human race. We are all cells living in a cell, which is earth. Hence, like the body, we're all a cell living on a cell or in a cell, and we're all here to do different things. We're all here for different purposes. We're here to work, to do diligence, to do what our purpose is, okay? But my higher self made a video. Thank you, higher self, and that's master teacher. Made a video about your different dimensions or different doors in a house, which are the different planets of the earth. And that's how we're able to go into these planets. We're able to astral project into these planets when you go into this house. And some people, I don't know, you might not seen the house, but you might have just, bam, was on that planet and don't remember how you got there, but you just got there. But your celestial being knew how to get there. And so Master Teacher talked about how the reason why people can't astral project because they're stuck on the earth realm. And that's so deep, y'all. And I'm not even capping. Like, I have that dream that night. And he comes out with this video that day. The same time I'm coming out with my video that day. And I'm just tripping. I'm screaming, y'all. I'm sitting here watching the video like, yo. Seriously? Did that just come out of his mouth? And I just like, so anyway, the reason why you can't get into these doors, or you can't astral project, or you can't leave the earth realm, is because you're mind controlled through the food that we eat, through the surroundings that we place ourselves, through the thoughts that we have. It keeps you limited. And I mean, I just knew in my heart, like, mind control is real, bruh. Mind control is real, sis. Mind control is crazy. And I started to think about my life and from the beginning, right? And I'm like, if I wanted to be a doctor, why did I want to be a doctor? If I knew I wanted to be a doctor in first grade, what is my purpose? And I can't. Sometimes I ask myself, why do I know this information? Or why am I convicted by this information? Why me, right? How come I can't be the one, not that I want to, but how come I'm not the one sitting around playing video games wasted my life? Why do I have these thoughts? And then I'm like, haha. I had a haha moment, right? I say, yes, yes, you're here. Can't change that. But I'm here to save myself. But in the midst of it, I have certain souls that's assigned to me. Certain people that I'm here to awaken. And the only way, my bad, y'all. This is how I am when I talk about this. Because my heart knows, my subconscious mind knows things that my conscious do not. And so, I'm assigned to certain souls. We all are assigned to certain souls. But what hurts me, well, I'm going to say that the only way I can save you is that I save myself. I will be a conviction to you. I will make you feel some kind of way. I will make you realize that everything was a lie. Everything that we see, everything that we think, because honestly, a lot of thoughts we have, it's not our own thoughts. And basically, that's what I was getting from my dream, that I have other people's thoughts in my brain. I have other people's thoughts running in me, program. And it's funny because when I started this journey, like I just immediately shut down from meat. And I still struggle. I still have those cravings, and that's that mind control. That's that control that the Lord self has over all of us. Unless you already broken or you've deleted that program completely. Just like a computer program, we upload programs through our life, through our subconscious mind, and not really understanding that it's always a program running in the background. You just not recollecting. You just not hearing it, but it's there. And like I say, it just was like when Master Teacher talked about the food and it's crazy. Like my whole life, y'all, I focused it around and it was basically about trying to figure out how the body works, right? Mechanically. But then I also am on this journey in my entire life. I can go back, like I said, I can go back to first grade. This was in my heart. And even I remember I had once had a college course, and it was a college writing course, just English, you know, college English where you gotta write, have books to read, and it just so happened I just scheduled a class, and the teacher, she was on. It was a woman, and a black woman at that, with dreads at that, and she taught about in her English class everything that's hidden from us, and we went from GMOs to Monsanto, and it was books about how they patented seed, and that's true life. Like Monsanto has patented seeds. How can you patent a seed? You didn't make that. Well, yeah, they did. They genetically modified the seed, but it came from God. It came from something magnificent, and you tortured and turned the genetic modification. You turned it and genetically modified it? For what? For what? What is your reasons? And I remember having these feelings, these thoughts, these questions. And they ain't never stopped. And they ain't gonna never stop. And I'm here to think for you. And man, the list goes on. All the thoughts in my entire life. And I'm 30, y'all. I'm 30, right? 30 years old. I'll be 31 in June. And I mean, at least Earth years. And my heart hurts for the ones who don't ask these questions. My heart hurts for the ones who are mind controlled even deeper than I am. Because it was a portion in time that I was even part of the program. But my subconscious mind said, hell no. Said, hell no. And so I'm here, and I started to like, man, it just hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. And then I just had to realize that my journey, I can never push on anyone. I can never tell you that you need this and you need that. I can never point a finger. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to tell you that, you right or you wrong. Nah, that's not me. Like I've learned in life that when you point one finger, you say what? Three pointing right back at you, right? I'm here to take the plank out of my eye so my brothers and sisters can take the speck out of theirs. I'm not here for none of that. None of the judgment, at least. Like I said, I'm here to take the plank out of my eye so you can take the speck out of yours. And I remember too, like when my subconscious, before I had this dream, my subconscious, not even my subconscious, my energy, my field of energy, y'all, part of the reason why, like, I had to quit my job, and I am dead serious. When I would walk into that place, my body would be so down. It would be so depressed, so distraught. I couldn't take it. My energies, it was at its lowest frequency. I couldn't take the energies of the people that was in the building. I couldn't take the energies of the mind frame of the people in the building. I couldn't take the energies, the combination of the energies. And when I started to realize that, and this wasn't until after I quit, but I realized that. And so, like I said, I can't tell you what to do. So all I can do is set an example, right? So I'm just like, man, I found my purpose in life. My purpose, like I said already, is to set an example and to save myself. Whoever out there listening to me, hey y'all, it's chemistry. I don't take this lightly.